Hello, everyone. I want to show you this part of the progress while I can still show you it, while it still makes sense. So what we have here is we have the elevation, and we on top of it we have an accurate texture of the terrain, and you can tell that it's accurate because here where there's a dip, where there's a river, you can also see that the green also matches that. So that's a surefire sign that it matches the terrain. Here as well, you can see it kind of dip in, right? So obviously this is exaggerated terrain, but it's actually, not only is it exaggerated, it's also quite small. Like right now, this is just 100 meters, whereas in real life, this is like 28 kilometers. And when I stretch it out to its right size, you won't be able to see it because gazebo can't render that much all at the same time. Or either it can't render it, or it just says anything that's beyond, a kilometer in each direction. We're just not going to show you that. So while I can show you that, while it's now like scrunched in and small, this is what the exaggerated terrain of where we fly is. So, and I couldn't get rid of the labels, but that's actually not too bad of a thing because I can actually tell Beaton is where we fly. This is CFB3, which is where we fly often. And so this matches the expectation of what the terrain is where we fly. Obviously, it's exaggerated, but this is the high point. If you've ever been there before, you kind of climb up the hill, and like this is where we usually take off and fly. And then there's like this lower area beyond the train track. So that's according to expectation. Another place where we often fly is nearby here, which is CTR3. I just recognize this like patch of grass. If you compare this as Google Maps right here. So this is CFB3 and this is CTR3. This is a recognizable kind of shape here. So let's go back into gazebo here. This is that recognizable shape again. And this is the airfield, glider airfield that we take off from. And it's also up to expectations. Like the high point is where all the houses are and whatnot. And then you kind of drive in this way and go that way. And, it kind of slopes down here and then it slopes back up here. This is like when we were flying the missions, right? That was testing the SRTM terrain following. This was like the largest climb in terrain here, where we flew this way. It climbed a lot. So yeah, so this is an overlay of the terrain. So I'll keep you guys posted, and see you.